Hello students, good morning. So this is our second lecture on the topic elements, compounds and mixtures. So in the previous class we have learned about elements. Today we are going to continue the next two topic, that is compound and mixture. So here you can see in the screen one chart is there, no? Matter. Matter is what? Anything that occupies space and have some mass are called matter. Now it can be classified into pure and impure substances. Okay, so now this pure substances, let's have some idea about pure and impure substances. What are pure substances? Pure substances are those which are homogeneous and which are constituted of only one kind of particles. So if example I'm taking example of coal piece. Let's see, if you're taking example of coal piece and if you look inside it under microscope, you see that one piece of coal looks homogeneous. That is it, which is the carbon atom. And if you look inside one drop of water, you also see that only one kind of particles, which is the water molecule. Right. So in this case, we can say that the pure substances are the elements and compounds. Elements are those which are made up of only one kind of particles, that is, they are constituted of similar atoms. So I am saying one example that one piece of carbon is made up of similar carbon atoms, and compounds are those which are made up of similar molecules. So you see that one drop of water is made up of similar water molecules. So elements and compounds are pure substances. Let's look at some other cases. We have salt. When you observe salt, you see that it looks the same throughout. So this is homogeneous and it is constituted of only one kind of particles, which is, I'm saying, NaCl molecule. Similarly, the molecules of, we can say that similar molecules make up this salt. Similarly, sugar, it has the same composition throughout and it is constituted of similar sugar molecules. So we can say that it is homogeneous and is similar water molecules is similar sugar molecules is present. So we can say that they are homogeneous. Homo means same. So they have same composition throughout their mass and they are made up of only one kind of particles. So as you see in these cases, they are made up of only one kind of particles. So such substances are known as pure substances. So pure substances, we can say that the properties of pure substances is that they are always homogeneous. They have the same composition throughout their mass. They have particles of only one kind. So we have elements and compounds as pure substances. Elements are made up of only one kind of atoms and compounds are made up of only one kind of molecules. So they have particles of only one kind and they have definite set of properties. As we said, when similar particle comes together, they form pure substance. So if one particle has some physical and chemical properties, the other in that substance only has similar physical and chemical property. So throughout the physical and chemical properties are the same. So pure substances have a definite set of properties. Let's look at some other example. Suppose I'm taking example of salt solution, or I'm taking example of orange juice. So if you add orange pulp in water, you will get orange juice. So are you able to distinguish the pulp from water? No, you are not. It looks the same throughout when a substance has the same composition, or it looks uniform throughout the mass. It is homogeneous. And in these particles or in these substances, you have observed that they contain more than one kind of particle. Let's see how they contain more than one kind of particle. If you take one drop of orange juice, you see that in that orange pulp, the particles of orange pulp and particles of water is present. And if you add sugar, sugar particles are also there. So we can say that it is a mixture. So these substances, they contain more than one kind of particle, but since they look the same throughout, so they are homogeneous. Some other example includes substances which are heterogeneous. Hetero means different. So if you observe the case of sand in water, so what I'm saying that if you will observe these cases, you will see that you're able to make out the difference in proportion. So in this case, when sand dissolved in water, you're able to observe that in some parts sand is more, in some parts we have more of water, some sand is deposited at the bottom, so it does not look the same or uniform throughout, since composition is varying in different proportion. So this is a heterogeneous mixture. Suppose one example, I'm taking other example, oil and water. We have oil dissolved in water. Again, we have more than one kind of particles. We have oil, we have water. And you see that the composition is varying in different proportions. At the top, we have more oil floating, and at the bottom, we have more water. So we do not see a uniform composition throughout, and hence it is a heterogeneous. So we can see that sand solution and oil and water are heterogeneous mixtures. So in these two examples of heterogeneous mixture, you can easily, when you have seen, you are able to make out the difference in the different proportion of the substances. Such substances are heterogeneous. Okay. So we have a category of substances which are known as impure substances, and these impure substances are known as mixtures. Now what are mixtures and impure substances? So in case of, let's take two example, that tea and oil dissolved in water. In case of tea, it is homogeneous. Oil dissolved in water, we are able to make out the difference. So it is heterogeneous. Mixture can be homogeneous or heterogeneous. They are always made up of two or more kind of particles. These particles can be mixed in any proportion. While you are making tea, you can add any amount of water. You can change the amount of sugar or tea leaves. Similarly, while making a mixture of oil and water, you can change the amount of oil and water. So in mixtures, you can add the different substances in different proportions. But these different constituents, they retain their properties. What do we mean by this? Suppose if I am taking example of oil and water, what do you see? There is more of oil floating on the top and there is water on the bottom. So now if we separate this oil, it still possesses its characteristics. It is still whatever character it has, it will possess. Similarly, this water, if you separate this water, it possesses the same characteristics, that is, it has the same freezing point, same boiling point, and so on. So these substances are the constituents in the mixture. They can be mixed in any proportion, but they retain their properties. So we classify matter into two categories, that is pure and impure. In pure, we have elements and compounds. Elements like iron, which are made up of only one kind of atoms, and compounds, which are made up of only one kind of molecules. And impure substances are those which are made up of more than one type of particles, and they can be homogeneous like salt solution in water, or heterogeneous like sand dissolved in water, and so on. So again, we have discussed these things. So again, let's see the classification of matter. We have the two main categories, that is pure substances and impure substances. Impure substances are also known as mixtures. The pure substances are elements and compounds. Since they have same composition throughout, pure substances are always homogeneous. But impure substances, they can be homogeneous or heterogeneous, as we have seen in different examples. Now let's see the types of mixtures. What are the examples? You can see there are various types of mixtures there. Gas in gas means gas particles dissolved in gas, other gas particle. Like air, you can see in the example of air, where various types of elements are present. Like you see oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, then the noble gases are also present. Then gas in liquid, where the gas particles dissolved in liquid. Example is aerated water. Then you see gas in solid, gas particles dissolved in solid. Is example of hydrogen gas dissolved in palladium. Palladium is a metal which is solid. Then fourth one, liquid in liquid. Ethyl alcohol in water. Both are liquid, so liquid dissolved in liquid. Lemon juice and water, like that. Then you see the example here, liquid and solid, homogeneous. I am talking about homogeneous mixture now. Liquid and solid. Liquid is suppose mercury is dissolved in amalgamated zinc. It's example of liquid and solid. Then solid and liquid. Solid, suppose sugar or salt I am taking and we dissolved in water. It is an example of solid and liquid. It's example of homogeneous mixtures. These all are the example of homogeneous mixture. Then solid and solid. Alloy, like brass. Okay. Now you can see here in heterogeneous, only some type of mixture is possible, like liquid and liquid, water and oil. Just now we have studied like sand and water. This also is sand and water is example of what? It's a solid and liquid. Chalk in water. This is also example of solid and liquid. In solid and solid mixtures such as sand, iron fillings plus or sand plus ammonium chloride. These are the example of heterogeneous mixture. Okay. So here we concluded this chapter. Revise till then you revise. Thank you.